Yes, before you take side in this situation, before you say who is right, before you say who should apologize, you need to hear this. Because what you are about to understand is where this entire public situation appears to begin. Not from reaction, not from response, but from what seems to be the starting point. And in the moments like this, the beginning matters. Because whoever starts a public narrative often shapes how the entire story is told. Now, recently a voice note has surfaced, and based on what is being heard, it raises a serious question. Did the situation begin somewhere very different than what people believe? Yes. Buju Banton is the one that started it, started class, the woman. But he thought that she was a pushover or someone who was afraid of him because he's used to having his way, because he's a little bully. And most bullies, you know that they are always cowards. Because many people are looking at the reaction, but not the origin. And the reason why he behaves like this, because this man, remember, there are people in his community that even were killed over camera, over 6 people. And the police knew about it, and because he's connected to the police hierarchy, nothing happened. Because apparently they're saying that he had let them kill some bad guys because of what they have done in his community. So that's why this man, walk with him chest like some barbel dove or some bird. You understand what I'm saying? Did the situation begin somewhere very different than what people believe? Because many people are looking at the reaction, but not the origin. Many people are responding to what was said after, but not what may have triggered everything. And that's a problem. Because when you ignore the beginning, you misunderstood or misunderstand the entire story. So today, we are going to break this down carefully. We are going to walk through what is heard in the voice note, what it appears to suggest, and how this public situation may have escalated. Not emotionally, not based on loyalty, but based on sequence. Because by the end of this, you may realize something very important. The person reacted may not be the person who started it. Stay with me. Stay with me. In every public dispute, there's always 2 things: the reaction and the origin. So you watch, you listen, and before we go any further, there's 2 videos that we're going to let you listen to. One, you're going to see Buju Banton speaking, and then you're going to hear Jackie. So you watch, you listen, and you decide. Remember, over here it's not an entertainment channel, it's an educational channel.
Get up. I'm going to see my enemy them clear. The worst kind of man to me is the man that make a woman control him and go there to make enemy feel and can't say nothing about it. In other words, you're just a big stinking pussy. Me say to Uno, say, if Uno write such a song, why not can't replicate it? Why not can't replicate it? Because Uno never write it. So don't come from a timeline with no fuck, don't get a life. Me know I'm an enemy and some big stinking girl, some girl will fuck for the man get concert. Have me up in them feeling, but remember me I got a person tell me say me envy your man, cause me say myself a person, your man a superstar. Your man never no superstar. Well we are work together as youths. Get your crutches in order. A man your geet up, a man spill your beans and spill your files. Don't disrespect. I love my brother with all of my heart, but them can't control them dog them 9 yards. Somebody else have to control them. Me no mean some meter. SYN. Don't write murder. I don't want to stink like blood clot shit, and I can't write a good letter. Talk to me now. When you can write a blood clot letter. If you don't write that, never retire. Now from a bomb buckler to go find a life, in a low life pussy hole. Want to find something for the man. Go suck a cock and make a man fuck you in your whole idiot girl and go. Learn that. I want to say this, never this you know. I'm in a rate you know. Idiot girl wants to come in your house as a youth and you try to give me a place to sit up on your back step for eating your mother for look on you and say, don't treat Marks up. Big stinking idiot blood clot girl. I think I look at you this I'm afraid I never slept on the bridge. Don't try me. Come on talk on the things then. I'm not care. Yeah. Me a line a bit from me at 90. You think Lana that me no come out of the house with my arm smell. Lana take care of me from me at 18 till me at 36 idiot girl. Go broke your neck under your mama pussy hole. Hear that? And those some of the more vice men and the more DM come and come put and play it publicly. Sodomite.
We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender. And it's all about the young police from Jamaica. See Young Police Channel. Big up yourself. Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of.
I am not really a social media person, but I'm not take stylings. So I come address dirty Mark Anthony Mary. We just talk beard fiction, make believe, make up the story them like he always does. He's a liar. You're such a liar. Do you realize? You didn't mention any man, any woman. You couldn't mention any point where me disrespect Wayne. I've never disrespect Wayne. I talk for my rights. Because your woman them couldn't talk to you. Because he's a disrespectful, dirty person towards ladies. And treat them like dirt. Wayne could never and would never do that in front of my face. I'm a man and the young and all go round and round. Not in front of my face. So let's move on from the man situation. Lana, take care of you from a win. Did you really say Lana? My friend? The same lady where the bullet is still in the roof? When you try to kill her in front of her children? Is it the same Lana? When you send 3 different men to kill? The same Lana? Where she hungry and she call you? The things them where you want her to do just to get some food for your children then? Did you really say Lana took care of you? I'm gonna leave my friend alone because she's a good person and she didn't even deserve nothing that you dish out on her. Let me move to me. Mark Anthony Mary, won't even look at you. You don't know no man. One man there for 30 years. One. You don't know no man when me take. So many of you mistake me with your teeth in baby mother them, where do shoplifting, your drug dealer baby mother them, and you have a few lawyers well dumb as come. Because you know how somebody could have deal with somebody so disrespectful to them. Buju, I have your file. Number say 1, 2, and 3, and 4 are your baby mother them. Anytime they want something, all of them have to sleep with you at once. Do all kind of dirty stuff just to get money to feed their children. Who are you talking to? I just dish it out fast. Remember about Sebastian? Remember about the African way make them cut out him belly? So he's a murderer. Period. You're also a drug dealer. You didn't go to jail because boom bye bye. You literally is a drug dealer. Long time now. And you're also a rapist. You raped the girl at Trinidad. You raped the girl at Bermuda. And you raped the girl at the flight attendant that has a baby for you. But you remember saying you used to woman, you know? Put all of your woman them except my friend. Them can't walk in my shoes. I'm not talking about burn. I'm a lady. about me give food outside, and my good mother said bring you inside. Buju was only 18 plus. You were not allowed to come in. I couldn't give that permission. And you're a liar. Don't call my mother name. We're not sleep. I'ma bring food so you can get it to eat. It matters where I gave the food. I don't know you, but me know you know Wayne. When Wayne just used to come at my house, he had to stay in the bar because I lived in a home, not a house. Who you ramp with? This is the only thing I'm saying to you. I'm not coming back. No matter what you come out and say, could I come and say, Jesus Christ, tell you something where I'm sick. I'm not gonna come back.
Yes, man, I can tell you, said Buju Banton behavior was despicable, the way that he addressed the woman. So you have to wonder if this man have a mother. What about the mother of his children? As you heard it, she says, for him to give the woman them money for their children, they have to literally debase themselves to please him. What kind of man is this? In every public dispute, there are always two things: the reaction and the origin. Most people focus on the reaction. Very few people go back and ask, where did this start? Because once you identify the starting point, everything else begins to make sense. So now you see why Wayne Wonder's wife had to address him, because the man went real low, called the woman all kind of names. And she different, because you have to understand, when you come on to women, especially when you come on to their credibility, their character, and their integrity, she has to defend that. In Jamaica, yeah, this is just culture. You understand? In Jamaica, growing up, you heard these are the three main things that people tell lies on: dopey, police, and women. You see a pretty girl, and you hear a man saying sleep with her, and you don't even know if she's a woman or a man. I'm just saying that hyperbolic. That's how it is. So when he came out and make all the statement about the woman that she has to sleep with producers for her husband to get stage show, honestly, as a man, I don't buy that or believe it, because reason being, I know that this man is a notorious liar. I want somebody as a pattern of lying. We have seen it where he lied on the Jamaican government during the Hurricane Melissa. That's a pattern. So this man has no credibility. Who can Buju Banton so and win when you're a known liar? You're a convicted criminal. There's no honest criminal in this world. None. And now we come to the voice note, because this is where things begin to shift. Based on what is being heard, this is not just random conversation, This is context. And context changes everything. Because when you listen carefully, you start to hear tone. You start to hear intent. And you start to hear what appears to be the foundation, and of what later became public. He's the one that started it publicly, and calling the woman all kind of names. And what you are about to realize is that the timeline may not be what people think. So most of the people must have watched, but they don't know where it all started. So let's slow this down, because timing matters. Timing is everything. What was first said, what came after, and what triggered the response. Because if the sequence is misunderstood, then the entire situation is misunderstood. And based on the voice note, it suggests that something was already in motion before the public reaction. This man, I won't say this man is greedy, this man is evil, They knew this long time, This is the same man, who tried to get a detective inspector, Philip Dad, killed based on the investigation and intelligence. And it was Christopher Duduscourt that saved the police inspector. His name is Philip Dad. I haven't spoken to him. I know Dad from 1987. But he try to get men from Matches Lane to kill the detective inspector because he know that he would get away with it in Jamaica. This is a man who have connection with all kind of criminals in Jamaica and corrupt police officers. Even Harry Bongos, even at one point in time there was some money, drugs money that they found and all kind of thing, and he was able to get Harry Bongos to get back the money. The drugs money, and you understand what I'm saying, and people get their cut out of it and all kind of thing. The same Buju Banton. So when she said that Buju Banton is a known criminal, yes, he's a criminal. He's a convicted criminal twice though. And based on the voice note, it suggests that something was already in motion before the public reaction. Now this is where we go deeper, because it's not just words, it is about tone. Tone tells you whether something is defensive, whether something is confrontational, whether something is initiating. And when you analyze tone carefully, you begin to understand who is responding and who appears to be setting the stage. Buju Banton set the stage, you know, and him start call the woman. You hear the words them when I repeat it, because it's derogatory and it's defamation of character, straight up. Many situations start privately and then become public, and once that happens, everything changes. Because what was once conversation becomes narrative, and what was once contained becomes amplified. So the key question becomes, did this situation transition from private to public? And if so, who made the shift happen? So if you want to blame anybody, if you blame Buju Banton, he's the one that made the video on a plane. Because most of the time he's not in behave like he live in America, you know. The felon behave like America him live. Because once something goes public, pressure begins. And when pressure begins, people react. But here's the mistake many people make. They judge the reaction. You see, I look at that when him twins have twins, I blame the woman. Because them don't respect women, you know. You understand? That I see him guy where him did go do interview with a Timon, and then him have to start lock off him comment section and all them thing there. I see it. Before him defend the woman because he's the one that disrespect her. I stand with Jackie. I would never stand with Buju Banton is a criminal. Yes, he's a criminal. Me not saying he's convicted twice though. They judge a reaction without understanding the trigger. And that is how narratives become distorted. Because if someone is responding, then something had to come before the response. And this is where we bring it home. In every public situation, there is always noise. There are opinions, there are reactions, but underneath all of that, there is a starting point. And if you ignore that starting point, you will always misunderstood or misunderstand the story. Because the person who reacts is not always the person who started it. And the loudest voice is not always the first voice. So, before anyone demands accountability, before anyone calls for apology, the real responsibility is to understand where this began. Because truth is not just what is said loudly, it is what happened first. Because at the end of the day, the beginning of the story determines how the story just started and how it should be judged. Please remember to like, hype, share and comment below, because awareness starts with understanding. So let me ask you, who do you think started the situation? Who do you think started the situation? Yeah, we're just asking you, the audience member. A, the reaction side. That is Jackie. B, the origin side. Buju Banton, the man who made the video on the plane and calling the woman all kind of names. You can see that she was hurt. C, still unclear. Just type and tell what it is. If it's A, and you just say Jackie. B, Buju Banton. C, you say unclear, you don't know. Comment below. So you know that there's an old Jamaican parables. Because this is where the situation become even more interesting. Not louder, but clearer. Because sometimes you don't need more noise. You need perspective. There's an old Jamaican saying, and it has survived generations for a reason. People who live in glass houses should not throw stones. We'll tell you that. And what that means is simple. When your own position, your own history, your own environment is already exposed, you have to be very careful about what you put out into the public space. And when you look at the situation through that lens, some people are asking a serious question. Is this a case of someone stepping into the spotlight and making statements without fully considering how those statements will be received? Because once something is said publicly, it does not stay controlled. It spreads, it expands, and it invites response. And that brings us to something very important, the response. Because in situations like this, the response often tells you just as much as the original statement. You listen carefully to the tone. Listen to the wording. Listen to the energy. Because what you hear is not just reaction. It sounds like someone responded to something that came before. Not randomly. Not emotionally out of nowhere. But as a direct answer to what was put out first. And this is where the situation shifts again. Because once a response enters the picture, the narrative is no longer one-sided. Now it becomes statement versus response, action versus reaction, origin versus outcome. So the real question is no longer, why is there a response? The real question becomes, what triggered it in the first place? Because when a stone is thrown, it doesn't just travel forward. It creates impact. It creates reaction. And sometimes it exposes more than intended. And if you listen closely to everything that is unfolding here, you start seeing something very important. This may not have started where people think it started. So, before anyone rushes to judgment, before anyone demands apologies, before anyone picks side, you have to ask yourself, who threw the first stone? And once you establish that, argument done. Argument done. It's just simple as that. Jackie responds brilliant. That goes to show you that she's not a walkover or an easy camper or a woman who go along to get along. She's that kind of woman, especially when it comes down to her family, her reputation, her character and her integrity. She's not going to let a convicted coke dealer, a criminal, walk on it publicly and smear it. She's going to protect it because it's pristine. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.